Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my first FIFA 14 squad builder. Now, I decided it would only be appropriate I do a Premier League one because that's where a lot of you guys seem to enjoy, and it often seems to be the one that everyone tries to first build on their ultimate team. I'm not entirely sure which one is going to be my first one, but hey ho, that's just the way it is. But yeah, we start off with a 3-5-2 just because that was the most comfortable formation for me in FIFA 13. That's not to say it's going to be the same situation in 14, but I am just saying, you know, there's probably the one I'm going to try out first. But if any of you guys ever think of any OP formations that you'd like, that you think is just way too strong to miss out on, let me know, because I'm all about that OP life. Anyways, so in goals, we start off with Czech there. Czech has been a quality keeper throughout many FIFAs, and at last it looks like he's got a picture without the helmet on, so he doesn't look as silly now. He doesn't look like a window licker anymore. And now, this guy, Vidic, is literally the key to this team, and you guys will see that in a few of the goals that I'll show you guys a little later on. It is literally insane. As you can see, you might see a sneaky little Ibrahimovic there on the bench, the 89 rated monster, and you guys will get to see some goals with him a little later on as well. But the back three so far are so strong. You have Koscielny there, Vidic, and then Kabul. Kabul and Vidic in the air are so dominant, it is ridiculous. And I want to talk a little bit more about heading and things like that a little later on, but as you can see, I've got a few goals here. There will be a few goals just coming up at the end, but I do just want to say I use the bench a lot in those goals just because of the fact that I want to try out new players. So just because they're on the starting 11, if you're like, whoa, why is this guy playing? It's mainly because I've just been messing around with the bench, been making a lot of substitutions throughout the game. But let's get back to the squad. The defensive midfielders now, we have Ramirez. Now, Ramirez is going to be so expensive this year, I get the feeling, because he's actually 89 pace, which is just ridiculous for a defensive mid, and I think he's going to be really good. Then we have Yaya Toure. Now, we all know how much of a monster he is. He is just such a solid rock at the back that, like, he should be one of the top tier defensive midfielders in the Premier League this year. And him and Ramirez, to be honest with you, they're probably my perfect defensive mids. I can't really think of anyone else who I'd want in that defensive midfield position, but in the left midfield, we do have Young. Now, Young was actually a bit of a questionable choice. I didn't exactly have the most left midfielders I could choose from, and so I'm not saying Young is bad, but I'm not saying I wouldn't rush out and buy him. Maybe once I get to play a little bit more around with FIFA 14, I'll be able to give you guys a better recommendation for a left midfielder. We look over to the right-hand side now. We got Morales there. Morales is a really good player. He's been one of those players that is actually very good when you play with him, but he just goes for so cheap. He's so cheap. Everyone just overlooks him. No one gives him the credit that he deserves in this game because he is a monster in this game. Then at center attacking mid, we have David Silva, 88 rated David Silva, which is nice to see. That guy is a beast. And then we have Aguero and Van Persie to top it all off. I mean, that is some hell of a strike force if you're going to have one. It is really strong. And I think you guys will definitely notice that throughout the squad. I think you guys will definitely see that Aguero and Robin Van Persie are very strong. Now, I do just want to say, guys, before we go ahead with anything else, is that the ratings and things like that, and we gotta remember, this is a semi-ish old build, so there's a few ratings on these players where you're like, hold on a second, I swear his rating is this or that. If you guys would like to double check, best way to do that is probably go to futhead.com, type in the player's name, and take a look at their rating, because I get the feeling that Aguero is an 88 rated player, but at the time when I was actually playing FIFA 14, he was 87, so that's just the way that ended up. I know Robin Van Persie is definitely an 89, so there's no need to worry about things like that, but like I said, guys, you're about to see through some of these goals that Vidic is the man of the moment in this team. So let's get into the goals now. One of the things, like I said, guys, I did sub on Ibrahimovic plenty of times, so keep that in mind when I'm doing this. But I will say, guys, I don't know, maybe it was just particularly this build, but heading was incredibly strong. Now, I know you guys probably like a variety of goals, and I'll have those in future videos, but I tell you what, you know, a lot of these goals will be headers. That's just goes to show how strong not only my back three are, but also just how important corners are and how you've got to make them count, because it is very doable. As you can see there, Ibrahimovic is just a monster in this game, guys. I got him in a pack. If you haven't seen me get him in a pack, it was from my very first FIFA 14 pack I get him in, which was just so lucky. But I muscle him out of the way and just put that into the near post. Seriously, guys, Ibrahimovic for me was the best player I used. I'm being serious when I say that. It was just domination from the beginning. And then Vidic there with another header. I almost scored a hat-trick with Vidic against one of the other guys there called Kazui. I almost scored a hat-trick with Vidic, which is just enough said. Again, there, another headed goal. Literally, This is the Vidic show. He scores so many headed goals, it is insane. Now, one of the things is, like I was saying a little bit earlier, I can't tell whether heading is just very overpowered or people need to adjust to how to defend headers. So I'm kind of figuring that out. But as you can see, it's just header after header after header. Like I said, I will have a more variety of goals coming up for you guys in future videos. But I just wanted to show you guys how strong my back three were. It's just incredible there. Right at in the 108th minute, Ibrahimovic there, or 109th, I should say, he managed to get a header at the back post. That's simply because I used my substitutions. That's why you didn't have RVP or Aguero on at that time. But guys, I hope you did all enjoy this video, and if you did, then of course leave me a like, is very much appreciated. I'm going to be doing some more squad builders. I got a couple of hybrids coming up with, of course, different formations. I didn't just want to stick it to the old 3-5-2. So I got that coming up, some more career mode for you guys, and just all that good stuff. So of course, if you would like to hit subscribe, feel free to click the left hand box, if you will, and then if you want to check out another video, click the right hand side, and that'll take you to a magical, mysterious FIFA 14 video. I hope you all have a cracking day, and I'll catch you guys in a bit. Later.